In the underground realms of our cities, hidden away from the bustling streets above, lies a secretive and filthy world inhabited by sewer rats. Beneath the surface, they navigate the intricate maze of tunnels, surviving on whatever the city's underbelly has to offer. In this video, however, we will explore not the subterranean maze, but a different world altogether. We will explore the above-ground and not-so-hidden world of human sewer rats. These rodent pests are of a far greater danger than the rats below ground, because these sewer rats live among us. They try to make us think they are like us, but close observation will soon reveal their true identity. So I want us to look at the characteristics of human sewer rats so you can spot them and keep out of harm's way. Here is a list of the characteristics of human sewer rats. Disease carriers. Sewer rats are known to carry numerous diseases, making them a health hazard to humans and other animals. In the same way, human sewer rats don't bother getting immunizations and believe that any adherence to health laws is a government plot to suck out your brain. Which, if you think about it, is rather stupid considering people like this have nothing to worry about. Unless, of course, they are worried about a vacuum device that can suck all of the air out of their heads. But what these dimrods don't understand is that they're not only putting themselves at risk, but everyone around them. It is a totally idiotic and selfish thing to do. They are filthy. Sewer rats live in unsanitary environments, which makes them carriers of various pathogens and parasites. In the same way, human sewer rats live in filth and unsanitary conditions. There are those who claim they're trying to live like their forefathers before there were the modern conveniences we have today, but there are a couple of problems with that. First, it's complete bullshit. Secondly, most people who attempt to do this don't have the knowledge and skills our forefathers had. They knew what precautions to take and had means of avoiding certain diseases. Also, they knew how to build properly and didn't haphazard everything. Thirdly, they did not have laptops, cell phones, and didn't record themselves every time they went to take a dump. The filthiest of the human sewer rat population is, of course, the hoe sewer rat. Like the queen bee in a hive, the hoe sewer rat is the leader of the pack. The rest of the rats cater to her simply so they don't have to hear her bitch and moan about everything. Her voice is like a dripping faucet in the middle of the night. The other rats will do anything so they don't have to listen to her voice. The hoe sewer rat is also the most deceptive and conniving. If any of the other rats cross her, she has a variety of ways to seek revenge. The one advantage the other rats have over her is that she's not too bright. She thinks she's a lot smarter than she is, which at some point will be her downfall. But then another hoe rat will rise up and take her place. Things will then go on as usual. Nuisance. Their presence can be a constant annoyance and cause disturbances. The human sewer rats are no different. They are loud, annoying, rebellious, and also not too bright. We all know rats don't have a very big brain, and human sewer rats are no different. They have no common sense, so there's no way they cannot be annoying. They have diarrhea of the mouth and never know when to shut up. Their neighbors keep a good supply of extra socks in case they get the opportunity to stick one in their mouth. Earplugs are a staple when you live around human sewer rats. Destructive. Sewer rats can damage property and infrastructure by gnawing on wires, pipes, and structures. Human sewer rats, on the other hand, can be even more destructive. Not only can they cause damage to the inside, they also do damage to the entire property. They can do idiotic things like build a shed on top of a septic tank so that it spews sewage throughout the property. It's particularly bad when the human sewer rat's offspring play in the sewage. What makes it even worse is when the mother rat is warned and she simply says, "He's okay. Human sewer rats are very disgusting people." Aggressive. When cornered or threatened, sewer rats can display aggressive behavior and may bite. In like manner, human sewer rats don't like to be cornered. While some may bite, for the most part they just bitch and moan about things and use deceitful means to thwart those who have them cornered. Sewer rats know they're crude and disgusting, know they are wrong for what they do, but they bare their teeth and hiss when they're being exposed. Since they live among the rest of society, they don't want to be exposed as the sewer rats they are, and will try every dirty tactic in the book to keep it from happening. However, there are people who know how to deal with sewer rats and how to eradicate them. That's what the sewer rats are most afraid of. Unpleasant odor. Sewer rats emit a foul smell that can be unpleasant and offensive. Likewise, human sewer rats seem to be allergic to soap and water. They love living in filth and find showers and baths abhorrent. Since human sewer rats rarely bathe, they too emit a very foul and unpleasant smell. They are used to the smell, so smelling like a broccoli fart does not bother them. If there is ever a dog in the vicinity, they will blame the smell on the dog. Many a false fart has been attributed to poor Rover when he is innocent. However, the human sewer rat is generally dishonest. Their life is a constant lie, so they do not think twice about throwing the blame, not only for the smell, but anything at all, upon someone else. Noise pollution. Sewer rats can create loud noises, especially at night, disturbing the peace and sleep of residents. Human sewer rats tend to thrive at night, while people who have enough integrity to go to work are sleeping. Human sewer rats like to scurry around talking at the top of their lungs and have no regard for the people who are trying to sleep. Sewer rats are usually beggars who don't work, and so they have no need for a regular schedule like normal people have. They are your normal trash people who have no regard nor empathy for others. Transmission of parasites. Rats can carry fleas, ticks, and mites, which can transmit diseases to humans and other animals. It is not uncommon for such filthy creatures to have organisms growing in their body or on the body surface, and infestations of things like head lice are common, especially in their offspring. Of course, being the nasty creatures that they are so used to filth and horrid conditions that things such as that tend to go unnoticed. And of course, there are those who defend these same sewer people, being totally devoid of any sense of propriety or common sense. Of course, they are the people who will often take these sewer rats as pets, being deluded enough to think they are responsible for their welfare. In instances such as these, we are forced to attribute this to brain damage earlier in life. Nesting in inconvenient places. Sewer rats may build nests in homes, vehicles, or other structures, causing further damage. In the same manner, human sewer rats will infiltrate any available space not currently occupied by another family. Regardless of whether they have a right to the property or even have permission from the owner, they stupidly assume that any open space is theirs to take. When they are exterminated, they cry foul and believe they have rights far above and beyond the average citizen. Human sewer rats have no sense of right and wrong, nor enough brains to be able to pour piss out of a boot, even when the instructions are on the heel. Persistent scavengers. They are persistent scavengers, raiding trash bins and causing littering problems. Human sewer rats believe any garbage receptacle is their own personal property, and they have a perfect right to anything in it. Just like normal sewer rats, they will even eat food right out of the trash bin, even giving their offspring filthy, nasty food right out of the bin without even washing it off. Granted, normal human beings would never do such a thing, but human sewer rats don't have the common sense to realize what might be on the food items that are in the container. Nobody will ever accuse a human sewer rat of being an intellectual. They are generally not too bright and have no clue to how to conduct themselves as normal human beings. Even normal sewer rats think people like this are beyond disgusting. Unhygienic droppings. Their droppings can contaminate surfaces, food, and water, leading to potential health risks. Bears are not the only creatures who crap in the woods. Human sewer rats lay down their share of stinkin' logs as well. There are some sewer rats who have been known to lay down a patch of butt dumplings behind a dumpster at which they were scavenging. Woe be to the person who happens to walk a path behind a dumpster after the sewer rats have ravaged it. Property devaluation. The presence of sewer rats in a neighborhood can lower property values and deter potential buyers. Having a family of sewer rats next door, with garbage, old mattresses, and other debris strewn all over the yard, is an eyesore that would deter any potential buyers from purchasing the home next door. Just looking at the junkyard created by human sewer rats is enough to scare off any potential buyers. Nobody wants to live next door to such filthy, nasty people. And no matter how nice a home starts out, human sewer rats can turn it into a shit pile with a matter of days. Urban pests. Sewer rats are considered urban pests, causing issues in cities and towns around the world. Human sewer rats are obviously pests, with their garbage all over, their loud mouths, and total lack of concern for others. They are vermin that have no business living with the rest of society. They will steal you blind if given the opportunity, actually thinking that they have a right to your belongings. Their thinking is twisted, and they are very self-deluded and entitled individuals. The best way to deal with human sewer rats is to completely avoid them. It's a shame that they don't make a human version of D-Con. There are many more things I could list as being characteristics of human sewer rats, but I think by now you've gotten the picture. These are the kind of vermin that should all be shipped to their own little island where they can consume each other and make the world a better place. The people who defend these vermin should also be shipped to that island since they don't have the decency nor common sense to operate in normal society. Anybody who believes laziness, deceit, thievery, garbage, and filth are virtues needs to get themselves a good dose of reality. They live in a dream world that will eventually become a nightmare. Also, they are too stupid to realize that all they see is what is put on camera when sewer rats video themselves. They do not see what goes on behind the scenes, don't see what is really happening, don't see the slimy tactics that go on behind the scenes. They are also too stupid to realize that innocent people have no reason to shut the normal people up. Just like cockroaches, rats will scatter when you come into a room and turn on the light. That is because light exposes the darkness. The rats love darkness and hate the light. Light exposes them for what they really are. So they will fight anything and anyone who attempts to turn on that light because they know they will be exposed.